Hello, welcome back. In our last video, we discussed about system under test. System under test consists of multiple things like what kind of hardware that we are going to use, what kind of network infrastructure we are going to use, and one of the most important thing under system under test is what is the application that we are going to use. Okay, so essentially, instead of doing a one page application to show you, to demonstrate you performance engineering, what I thought is to give you a really holistic idea. I have taken a open source application, and that open source application is called Moodle. So Moodle is a modular object oriented dynamic learning environment. So as you probably guessed, like this is a learning management system. Okay, so if you see, what a learning management system gives, a learning management system, or popularly known as LMS. So this LMS basically helps you in providing online education. Okay, and then the application functionalities of this kind of management system is two things. One is that ability to create course. So that means a teacher or a administrator can create an online course. This functionality often called as CMS, or course management system. And the second functionality that the LMS gives you is provide virtual learning environment. Okay, so what do you mean by virtual learning environment? That a student can learn from the course that a teacher or administrator created. All right, so all the users, who uses this system, kind of four types. Okay, so types of users using the system. One is kind of administration. Okay, so admin guy who can basically see, what are the courses we have, and what are the users we have, and what are the students we have, and so on. And the second one is a manager. So manager is a kind of user who has a little bit of less role than an administrator. Administrator can access all the courses in the learning management system, whereas manager can access couple of courses. Okay, and then teacher. So teacher, who are the these guys actually create the course content, like a video, like a quiz, like a assignment, like announcement, and so on. And the final kind of users are student. So so students are basically learn from the system. So as you see different kinds of user, maybe in a particular deployment, we might have one or two administration. We might have maybe five managers. We might have said 50 teachers, but we might have 50,000 students. So the way that I showed you, this user distribution is very important, because that's what we are going to simulate when we want to do a load test or a performance test on the system. This is the demonstration version of Moodle software, and you just can go to demo.moodle.net, and you can log in as any of these users. Like for example, if you want to log in as teacher, then user ID is teacher and sandbox. So you can basically put this user ID and password, and then log in and see, what kind of things they are giving. Okay, and also don't worry, because we are not going to do the testing on this demo.moodle.net. As you know, this performance testing is done always in isolation. To understand the performance characteristics, we must isolate. At this time, this demo.moodle.net, it is not isolated. This is open to the world. Whenever you are doing some performance testing for your measurement, somebody else might be doing something else that might skew your results. So what we're going to do, we are going to take this software. Okay, we will set up our own test environment, right? So that is what is all about this chapter. How do I create my own test environment? All right, but just to give an idea, how does it look like? You can always go to this website and then log in, and then explore what kind of functionality they give. Coming to functionality, these are the functionality, as I told you. Application functionality of two types that we discussed in our last slide, that ability to create course, or CMS, and virtual learning environment, or this is sometimes called LMS. All right, and let's see, like, what kind of functionality this CMS offers you. It gives you an activities, like you can create an assignment, you can create a choice, like choice means a kind of a survey, and then you can create like a discussion forum, you can have a lesson plan, you can have quiz, you can have survey, you can have workshop, wiki, and all these things. But again, whenever we're going to create our load test plan, we are probably not going to exercise all these different activities, but we'll see couple of these activities which is going to give us a good enough test case to learn load testing, to learn performance engineering. All right, and then the application functionality basically provides a learning environment so that a student can enroll to a course anytime, 24 by 7 by 365, from anywhere, as long as he is connected to the web. Okay, and then the learner can access information on the course, like the videos, like the quizzes, and all those things. And then also he can participate in the groups, that is group discussions and so on. And in case the student wants to meet the teacher, he can create an online calendar event and schedule a meeting with his teacher. Okay, and then also, like, the teacher can scales different learners activities, like, say for example, this assignment where you can get 100 marks, so how much mark the student got, so that is called grading. Okay, so those facilities are also there. And also, as you see, we need a notification system so that the teacher can communicate with the student and student can communicate back to a teacher or to his peers. Okay, and that is called notification system. So essentially what I'm saying, for the purpose of our learning, this software is robust enough to give you an idea how to do a performance testing, a load testing, or a stress testing in the real life. All right, and in the next set of videos we'll learn how to set it up in our isolated local environment. Thank you for your time. See you in next video.